Hari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Patita Pavana Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Satasri Srimad, His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki, ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki, Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Prabhupada Anuga Ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga, all glories, all glories, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Lord's dancing at Ratha Yatra. Ratasthira koila aage na kare gamana, animisha netre kare nritya darshana. Reading from Madhya Leela, chapter 13, text 99. The car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile, while Lord Jagannath with unblinking eyes watched the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Subhadra Balaramera Hridaye Ullasa Nritya Deki Dvijanara Shri Mukhe Te Hasa. The goddess of fortune Subhadra and Lord Balarama both felt great happiness and ecstasy within their hearts. Indeed, they were seen smiling at the dancing. Uddhanda Nritye Prabhura Adbhuta Vikara Ashta Satvika Bhava Udaya Hoya Samakala. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations indicative of divine ecstasy were seen in his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. Mamsa Vrana Samaroma Vrindapulakita Shimmulira Vrikshayena Kantaka Veshtita. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled the shimuli cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Eka eka dantera kampade kite lage bhaya, loke jane danta sabha khasiya padaya. Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sarvange prasveda chutetate raktodgama jagagaga jagagaga gadgada vachana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds jajagaga, jajagaga in a voice choked with ecstasy. Jalayantra dhara yayiche vahe ashru jala ashapashe lokayata bijila sakala. Tears came forcefully from the eyes of the Lord as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Deha kanti gauravarna dekhiye aruna kabhu kanti dekhiye na mallika pushpasama. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink, so that his luster resembled that of the mallika flower. Kabhu stamba kabhu prabhu bhumite lotaya shushka kashta samapadahasta na chalaya. Sometimes he appeared stunned and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood, and he did not move. Kabhu bhume pade kabhu shwasa hoya hina yaha dekhi bhakta ganera prana hoya kshina. When the Lord fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also became very feeble. Kabhu netre nasaya jala mukhe pade fena amritera dhara chandra bimbe vaheyena. Water flowed from his eyes and sometimes through his nostrils, and foam fell from his mouth. These flowings appeared to be torrents of nectar descending from the moon. Ye fenalana shubhananda kailapana Krishna prema rasikaten ho mahabhagyavan. The foam that fell from the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken and drunk by Shubhananda because he was very fortunate and expert in relishing the mellows of ecstatic love of Krishna. Gaimata tandava nritya koila katakshana bhava visheshe prabhura praveshila mana. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had performed his devastating dance, for some time his mind entered into a mood of ecstatic love. Tandava nritya chadi swarupera agnya dila hridaya janiya swarupa katika lagila. After abandoning the dancing, the Lord ordered Swarupa Damodar to sing. Understanding his mind, Swarupa Damodar began to sing as follows. Seta parananata payinu yaha lagi madana dhana jurigenu. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burnt by Cupid and was withering away. The song refers to Srimati Radharani's meeting with Krishna at the holy place of Kurukshetra, where Lord Sri Krishna and his brother and sister came to visit when there was a solar eclipse. It is a song of separation from Krishna. When Radharani met Krishna at Kurukshetra, she remembered his intimate association in Vrindavan, and she thought, how I have gained the Lord of my life. In his absence, I was being burnt by the arrow of Cupid, and thus I was withering away. Now I have my life again. Edhuya uchehi sware gaya damodara anandhe madhurandatya karena ishvara. When this refrain was loudly sung by Sri Swarupa Damodara, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again began rhythmically dancing in transcendental bliss. Dhire dhire Jagannatha kare na gamana age nritya kori chalena Shachira Nandana. The car of Lord Jagannath began to move slowly while the son of Mother Sachi went ahead and danced in front. Jagannathe netra diya sabe nache gaya, Kirtaniya saha prabhu pache pache yaya. While dancing and singing, all the devotees in front of Lord Jagannath kept their eyes on him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to the end of the procession with the Sankirtana performers. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki. So, like we were mentioning yesterday, the Rath Yatra Mahotsava is a meeting place, a confluence of many different types of emotions, many different types of relationships, many different personalities, and all of them being the same person also. It's very amazing. Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radharani, the devotees of the Lord, all of them are involved. And there is a very high class, explosive, emotional, devotional experience going on there. If you see only externally, you will see only the external stuff. If you go to the Rath Yatra and lose your chappal, you will be very worried about it. Ajay, Rath Yatra fulla kettu poche. Because so sad, so unfortunate. Your whole consciousness was directed at the chappal which you lost. You know, your mind will kill you like this. You just lost your chappal. I lost my wallet, my money purse. That fellow jumped on my feet. It's like, oh my gosh, swollen. In this way, many people who don't deserve to get the mercy of Jagannath will be occupied by material nature. And they'll be sitting and cribbing, I'll never come to Rath Yatra again. Very good. But for those who can see beyond, they can see the depth, something else is happening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the peak of those experiences. He is in the middle of and he's showing everybody. As a devotee, you can experience this. I have come to show you as a devotee that this is what is waiting for you. And you can see the dancing of Lord Chaitanya. It's not that if you dance like this and put foam in your mouth, you will be able to experience that. You can't experience that. This is an inside-out experience. It's inside out. External features of what's happening to Lord Chaitanya is very important. Ashta Satvika Vikara. 8 different transformations due to ecstasy, ananda, which you can see in the body. That shows that something much, much, much higher is going on inside in experience. Prema, love of God. is such a fantastic experience for the soul. It is so huge an experience that you get consumed by it. You become enveloped and consumed by it. Bhakti can go to such heights. That's what you can see in the Rath Yatra. When you think of Rath Yatra, you should think of the ecstasy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Right in the first shloka I read, it's mentioned Jagannath is eager to see Lord Chaitanya. He's very eager to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance. So, you see, the most important thing is relationship. To put it in mundane terminology, we don't get a better word in English. It's called relationship. And the best of those relationships is a soul's relationship with the Supreme Absolute Truth, Krishna. There is nothing to beat it. The whole living, whole existence, even spiritual existence, is for that purpose only. It's for that purpose only. When it comes down into the world, when the soul falls down, patita he becomes, that relationship sort of fades away for him. But he cannot live without such relationship. So he develops a lot of false relationships in the material world. He tries very hard to keep it up. None of them work. They're all designed to fail. It's designed to fail. Nobody will like to hear this. But it is designed to fail. Why? Only one relationship should be there for you. Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Surrender only to me. Have relationship only with me. That's enough. Covers all other relationships. That's the instruction. When you try to avoid that one alone and try to do everything else, nothing will be successful. Nothing will be successful. So repeatedly in this world, people are struggling to have the rasa, the juice of a relationship, because they know, they have experienced relationship with Krishna. A fallen soul means he has fallen from that relationship. So there is no other go. There is no other way. We should simply surrender to Krishna and renew a relationship with Krishna. That is all the whole Vedic literature is about. It's all about this. It's all about love, it's about prema, it's about relationship. It is exciting for the soul. It's very exciting for the soul. This is being enjoyed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And outside, a lot of things are going on, like somebody lost his chappal, somebody stamped on your feet. Srivas Thakur everybody is trying to get a glimpse of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing because it's an amazing spectacle. Here Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying the devastating dance of Lord Chaitanya. It's like Tandavam. You know, Tandavan Nritya of Lord Shiva is meant for devastation, finishing everything, annihilation. Here, the Chaitanya Charitamrita is titling Lord Chaitanya's dance a devastating dance. Because it's so impactful for people who are watching. What he is doing, what is happening to him. Look at the experience he is having. He is having an experience of love of Krishna. Seeing Jagannath is so happy. He is highly thrilled. Because it's mentioned here, Swarup Damodar is singing in line with what is going on with the Lord. He is so private person. He knows what is going on inside. According to that, he is singing that again I have attained that person, right, whose association I was hankering for. This is in Vrindavan. Radharani, gopis are saying that he is chanting because that is what he is feeling. That's what he is feeling. That's what Jagannath is feeling. And he has made out very clearly. Swarup Damodar Goswami is a very deep person. But meantime here Srivas Thakur also is trying to, one of the Pancha Tattva he's trying to get a vision of everybody is watching Lord Chaitanya. So many heads. If you've seen Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra going on, you'll know what I mean by head. It's only heads you will see. The full road is covered with heads. And you keep hearing the sound, bong, 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 and it's moving like a real huge spectacle it is. To watch from the top especially. Mostly I can watch only from the top. From the bottom nobody can watch. You will only be in between a sea of people crushed. So if you watch from the top, you'll see it's a sea of people flowing like that. And three raths inside that crowd. Amazing spectacle. So everybody wants to see Lord Chaitanya dancing in that crowd. He's jumping and leaping up. And they're all watching, straining to watch because such a crowd. Srivas Thakur is following very closely. He's a very senior devotee. And behind him, Prataprudra, the king, is also sitting. He is no less. He is actually the reincarnation of Indradyumna Maharaj who installed Jagannath Balaram Subhadra. He has come to take part in the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he himself has come. He has got such a great feeling for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is also watching. His attendant Harichand is making way. Maharaj, jara koncha talunga. Please, Maharaj pakarare. So, Srivas Thakur nu theriyala avarku, Harichandji. Sometimes the assistants will just simply do all sorts of things to everybody. They won't watch anything, they just to everybody. So somebody kept doing this to Srivas on the backside. He was feeling somebody is disturbing me. But he is very absorbed in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing. Who will not be absorbed? Just look at what is going on there, and he is absorbed. He is along Maharaj. He turned around and suddenly gave one slap to Harichandji. One stunning slap he gave. That's all. No talking at all. Stop it. Once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. Do not disturb me watching Lord Chaitanya. Already I am at a loss because I turned and slapped you. That much time is lost. No, I don't want to talk also. Again I went back. My God, Harichandji got the slap of his life. Stunning slap he got. His head must be reeling. How dare you do that to me? I am security guard, special police force. I am special guard, bodyguard. How dare you don't got hold of Srivas Thakur. Prataprudra knew this is Srivas Thakur. My bodyguard is useless. He doesn't know. I wish Srivas Thakur had slapped me. It's so fortunate I have been. That was what Prataprudra is thinking. This fellow wanted to shake Srivas Thakur. He said, no. Be very happy you got slapped from Srivas Thakur. You are very fortunate. He told him. Maharaj Prataprudra is telling, what can he say? He just kept quiet. Harichandji must definitely be very disturbed. Che, and the chappal ponamari. Nadula, 2 huge devotees are having something going on. He got inside in between. So, lot of things were going on there. It is only one instance described. So many people on the external surface scratching, so many people inside, so many, all levels. Rath Yatra means that's why it's explosive. It's an explosive thing going on. Because Jagannath has come out and he's in the mood of Vrindavan, Madhurya Bhava. And Lord Chaitanya is waiting for this Rath Yatra to happen. And so many people have come from Navadvip and he is enjoying this rasa. He's enjoying this. It's a pinnacle. It's a top portion of his enjoyment. So he's enjoying. That's what we should understand. What is happening is all the Vrindavan Vasis, including Radharani and the Gopis, are taking Krishna back to Vrindavan. And Krishna is not able to control himself, saying no to them. He's simply going. He is completely controlled by them. I'll do whatever you say. I'll dance according to your tune. Because of your love for me. You have completely purchased me. I must do what you tell me to do. This is the power of love. true love. Love of Krishna is so powerful that Krishna comes under that love's control. See? That is the amazing thing that's going on here. So Jagannath is feeling ecstatic. Seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagannath is in ecstasy. He is in the mood of meeting Vrindavan Vasis again after a long time. You see, union, sambhoga, again meeting. So that is why we see this description of the Lord dancing before the Rath. It's a very wonderful description. We don't have to doubt that these type of emotions, this type of very high class experience is not existing or is never possible for me. The Lord has come to show that it is possible, it is available. It is just that we have to desire it. We have to conduct ourselves in such a way that this very sophisticated emotion of love of God and relationship with Krishna will be experienced by us. The more you value it, the more you will work towards it. The more you will sacrifice and the more you will be renounced from the world of matter. If you are not so eager to get it, if you have got a lot of investments in this world, then naturally it will take far more time. That's why the example of the Vrindavan Vasis is always given throughout the Bhagavatam. And all our Vaishnava Acharyas have spoken about it repeatedly. They are examples of persons who went ahead and gave up everything for the sake of love of Krishna. That's all I want. I just want to serve Krishna in love. I don't need anything. I don't even need my life. Don't mind. You take away my life, but retain my service to Krishna in love, in ecstasy. See? So we must understand this is the crux of the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. This pastime of them meeting each other in Kurukshetra during the solar eclipse and those feelings shared is so exalted that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, they wanted to go and stay in Kurukshetra because that is the place where Radharani felt these emotions very deeply and she felt very helpless because she was in Kurukshetra. And she was watching Krishna there in his different uniform on a chariot. And she was feeling helpless. And Krishna also was watching Radharani and the gopis and feeling very helpless, completely overcome with memories of Vrindavan pastimes and totally melting down. That is the place these emotions took place. So, why I am talking more about this is a human being. Why a human being? Any living being, a spirit soul, is capable of this type of relationship and experience. And we should rise to that. This is the most important thing. It's not important if you have gyan or not. It's not important if you have done your duties properly or not. Prabhupada in a lecture is stating the gopis were simple village girls, they are not educated, uneducated, illiterate village girls. He's telling Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki. Uneducated, illiterate village girls. Very simple, he said. They were dealing with cow, milk, and a little agriculture they were doing. But they were totally absorbed in Krishna. Totally absorbed in Krishna, and Krishna paid so much importance and attention to them. He considered them to be greatest of jnanis, having the greatest of knowledge, because they were in love with Krishna. You see? So you'll see Jagannath is not just simply Bhagavan sitting here. He is Bhagavan in ecstasy. Ecstasy of the love of the Vrindavan Vasis. That is why Jagannath is very special. He is very, very special. All the devotees relate with him. And each one has a private relationship deeply inside. Like yesterday, we were discussing certain things. How the Lord relates. He plays pastimes with his devotees. And his devotees welcome it. Even if they are put in awkward situations, materially. Internally they relish the relationship with Krishna. Materially, Krishna puts him in an awkward situation. For Raghudas, who was a devotee, he was a very, very staunch Vishnu Bhakta. Very deep devotee. He was in Delhi. And he was actually wanting to go and offer. I'm sorry, his name is not Raghudas. His name is the tailor Parameshti in Delhi. It seems that he was a very good tailor. And the Muslim king heard about him and said, you should make 2 pillows for me to rest. In my divan, I want the pillows. 2 pillows. And he said, you don't buy ordinary fabric, I'll give you fabric, imported fabric, with gold lacing and flowers and very fantastic cloth. Very thick and felt like. It's already got all these gold beads and all put on it. He said, you make out of this for me, 2 pillows. Correct cloth, everything he gave. He said, he's telling I have to do, but this Parameshri is a great devotee of Lord Jagannath. When he saw the cloth, he said, actually this will go to Jagannath. Why should the king wear it? Why should the king enjoy it? He's a Muslim king. He said, why that fellow should enjoy this? Actually it is meant for Jagannath. Who else but Jagannath only should enjoy such a thing? He immediately felt that. The devotee. So in his mind he was thinking, I wish I had the power to give it to Jagannath. He made these 2 wonderful pillows. But Jagannath noticed that he wanted to give me the pillow. Rath Yatra is going on in Puri. Rath Yatra going on in Puri. And the Lord is put on tulis, the pillow. He's, pulled with silken ropes, and he will dance like this, to and fro, and move from one pillow to the other. He is enjoying nice ride, and he's being carried to the Ratha. At that time, the pillow broke. All the cotton and all came out. Hurry, pillow broke. 1, 2 pillows they'll put and they'll change this pillow. Jagannath took the pillow from him immediately. While this is going on and the Pandey Vijay is going, he took from Delhi the pillow and said, use this pillow. And the devotee said, wow, new pillow. From where it came? My Jagannath ki jai. They used the pillow. Very costly pillow on the road. Put Jagannath on top. Everybody is very happy. Jagannath is very happy. New pillow, golden, laced and beads and everything. He sat on it. Over. Here, this Parameshri, he came to know, Jagannath has taken my pillow. He is such a devotee, he understood, Jagannath has accepted my pillow. He knows fully. Jagannath also revealed to him. But he was wondering, he was ecstatic, he was, wow, exactly what I thought has happened. He's taken my pillow. But what will I tell the king? 2 things were happening to him. One was very afraid the king will punish me. Other thing was ecstasy of Lord Jagannath having taken the pillow. He will look after. He only took my pillow, not me. I did not do anything wrong. The king said, king's representative came and said, it's time for the delivery of the pillow. What happened to the pillow? He took one pillow and went to the king. He took one pillow and went to the king. He was actually a little hunchbacked, a simple man. The king saw, I gave you 2 pillows, no? He gave 1 pillow. I want to tell you what happened. What do you mean, what happened? Where is the 2 pillows? There's no happening in between. I told you 2 pillows and I gave you the cloth for it. Please listen to me. Please listen to me, O king. He said, okay, what? He told the story. I very much decided to give the pillow to, and Jagannath had taken the pillow. He said, nonsense fellow. Jagannath is in Puri and I am in Delhi and you're leaving this big gas of a story to me. Nonsense, you have done something with a pillow and you have saying, idiot. I'll show you now. I'll beat you to death. I'll punish you. I'll starve you. Then we will see whether the Jagannath comes and gives back the pillow or not. Let us see. They put him in the jail. Tied him up. He was a hunchback person. You know, his back is bent like this. He did not worry. He said, Jagannath, you are doing your Leela. I know. He just kept chanting Jagannath's name, Krishna's name, and he was happy inside the prison. You are giving me a special holiday to completely focus on devotional service. In chains, I cannot do anything but chant Hare Krishna. He was happy. He was chanting, chanting and chanting and chanting. So whatever you want, you do, my Lord. Jagannath came to the king in the night when he is sleeping. In his dream, he actually came there, stood next to him. You rascal, you foolish king. Who do you think you are? You know what you're doing to whom? He is very, very dear to me, this tailor. You better release him immediately. Otherwise, I will cut you to pieces. All your family members I will finish. You don't know who I am. You may not know. That doesn't matter. But don't you dare touch my... He came in this dream and told him this. And then not only that, Jagannath took a whip and beat him. Whop, whop, he gave him on the back and all. He got up. He got up. And then he thought the dream may be something. He actually saw marks on his back. Jagannath whipped him to show that I am real. I'll leave some sign of my threat to you. We gave him nice whipping. He got really scared. He personally went to the prison house, opened the door and came and saw he is already free from the chains. Jagannath came and freed him. Not only that, Jagannath put his feet on top of Parameshri's head and his hunch and all went off. He became a handsome man. And when the king came and said, what happened to you? You look, I did not imprison you. I imprisoned another person. Naneda. Same person only. He is completely looking different. And he told him, he fell at his feet and said, you are such a fortunate man. I tell you, Allah is really, really blessing you. And I have also personally experienced Allah. I got pretty good experience. Come with me. And he told him, you will become my Raja Guru. You become my Kula Guru. Please advise me how I should conduct things. In this way, that Parameshri became a very important person materially. He became handsome. His poverty, everything gone. Everything was set right by Lord Jagannath for him materially and spiritually also. But the experience that simple tailor had is an experience that even some of the best yogis and jnanis cannot get. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhakto govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. It is not so easy. Yesterday we were discussing it is not so easy to be simple for Kali Yuga residents. especially for one who has lived in this world and complicated himself. But simplicity is an opulence. Duplicity is very normal. Everybody automatically, by nature, in this material world has to be duplicitous. Manorathe nasati dhavato bahi. What type of good quality can anybody have in this world if he is not a devotee? Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarver gunais tatra samasate sura harav abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. What is the use? They will have no good quality. But devotees, because of their developing love for Krishna, automatically have the best of qualities. The best of qualities. So many wonderful reciprocations which the ecstatic Lord Jagannath has shown what is important. What is important is we become simply devotees. There is no complication at all. It's so natural for the soul to be a devotee. And in that natural state, he is most artificial and most happy. Most happy. Not only is our life artificial, not only is it complicated, now we have introduced artificial intelligence also. Extra component. On top of the artificial, I was telling one of those guys who was researching, I said, have you thought of the possibility that maybe you are already functioning on artificial intelligence? Your intelligence may be actually artificial only. Just like you're trying to, embed it inside a machine and you're saying there's no difference, the machine will overcome all this talk you're talking. Maybe you are also functioning the same way like that machine only. Why? Because you're failing to use your real intelligence. You're existing in artificial intelligence. And therefore, you're finding the machine to be a threat. And you're thinking equally competing with the machine. No. Your real potency is that you are an individual spiritual personality. And you have spiritual intelligence, which is your real intelligence. When you wake up to that, life will be very different. As long as we continue to remain in artificiality, our life will be complex. It's very difficult to be a devotee. It becomes difficult to be a devotee. We can understand when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita and all these beautiful devotional stories that you have to be very fortunate to be a simple devotee. Your horoscope may be very good materially. It only means that you are a complicated fellow. You may have Janmaishwarya Shutashibir, Yedamana Matapuman. My horoscope is very good here. It says this, that, everything. So tata, bye bye. It's very tough for you to be a devotee. It'll be very complicated actually. Because you'll have that attachment, this attachment, that success, this thing, that. All sorts of things will be coming to you. It will be very difficult to focus on Krishna. Very rarely somebody who has got all these things can also focus on Krishna like the Pandavas. They were opulent and they were completely fixed on Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj, opulent, fixed on Krishna. Very rare. So, artificial life is what we are leading. Natural life means associate with Krishna in bliss, in his relationship of bhakti. It's a very simple difference. Very simple. When we hear these stories of all the great devotees and how Lord Jagannath plays these pastimes, we know because of the simplicity of their love, the complexity and the awkward material situation doesn't figure in their life at all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't get any attention from the devotee at all. This devotee, Raghu, he is a very close devotee to the Lord. He many times had many different pastimes with the Lord, and people all knew him very famously. Raghudas is a very wonderful devotee. Raghudas is a wonderful, he's a very nice, simple person. So one day, the Lord spoke to him, Raghudas, you are my good friend. He said, yeah. So why don't we go and play? So it seems right from the younger days of Raghu, the Lord Jagannath will come to his house and they both will go for playing. It's a very normal thing for him. Everybody knows Jagannath comes to his house and they both go for playing. It's like, Gopa's mood. Lord Jagannath will come and they both will go for playing. Can you imagine? Let's go play? Yeah, let's go play. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to this thing. Like that they are doing. So Raghudas also grew up. One day the Lord came and said, Sir, I want to do something different. Let us go steal some jackfruit from the king's garden. So Raghu said, why you are the Supreme Personality God, why you have to steal? I will give you jackfruit. He said, no. My mother also gave a lot of butter to me in the house in Vrindavan. But there is a thrill in going to other people's house and stealing the butter. That will not get. If the mother feeds, that is also nice. But the thrill I get in going to other people's house and stealing, that is a different thing, You want to experience it? Come with me. Let's go to this thing. He said, okay, I am coming. I've been playing with you all along, so play with me. Went to the king's garden. In the night, he said, we will go. Say, night. Jagannath is taking him and going. Both are talking and going. They climbed the wall and went inside the garden. And he said, see, this filled with big jackfruit. You do one thing. You climb the tree, I'll be down here. When you find the good jackfruit, you throw it down, I'll catch it. Okay? I'll catch it. Then we will also jump down. We will run away with it. We'll sit and eat there in that place. I'll tell you how to do it. I have done it before, he told. Lord Jagannath is telling him. He said, okay. And he very painfully climbed the tree. He said, no, higher. There you see the big, so he climbed high, very high he climbed. Then he said, I found the biggest one. You are right. The big ones are on the top. Shall I drop it? Yeah, drop it. He said, don't put it on the branch. See this hole, you gave direction to drop it. He dropped it from there. Big one. Big sound came, falling through the branches and leaves and all that. Bah! It fell down. Broke. Hey, where are you? He disappeared. Jagannath disappeared. Jagannath said, hey, the thing broke and this thing, big sound came. The gardener came out in the middle of the night with his torch. What is this? Jackfruit broken. Who is this? And he was standing on top. He saw the top. This fellow standing. It is Raghu. Is it Raghu? He went and told the king. Raghu is stealing from the jackfruit tree. What? You don't do that. You are wrong. You didn't see in the dark properly. No, please come. And now Raghu is stuck there. He is very afraid of getting down. So high. No Jagannath, nobody. Let him and went. And he came down. Slowly, he brought him down. So the king said, paid obeisance to him. Raghuji, பலாப்பழம் வேணும்னா கேட்டுக்கலாமே நானும் வீட்டில் வந்து கொடுத்துருப்பேனே I will myself come and give it to you at home. You are such a famous devotee. I will do that seva for you. Then Raghu said, you don't know. I don't know whether you will believe it. This is what happened. It told the whole story. The king started laughing. The king started laughing and Raghu started laughing. He cheated you. He cheated you and put me in trouble like this and left. See, the Lord is playing regularly same game with you and all that, and play a different game. Put him into trouble. Luckily for Raghu, it was not like a Muslim king's garden that Parameshri had to face. This was another devotee, king only. So he said that, I believe fully what has happened to you. This is possible. I've heard many times these things happening. Jagannath is played the fool with you. Jagannath left. No jackfruit, nothing. He just put him into trouble and he must be laughing. He must be laughing that he also had some fun. Within devotees, Krishna puts the devotee into an awkward material situation and sees how he traverses that, thinking of me. So this is another type of challenge for devotees also, that the devotee is sometimes put into difficult material situations, and Krishna enjoys it. Like in the story of that famous story of Bhadrachala Ramadas. Bhadrachala Ramadas got imprisoned by the arrangement of the Lord only, and the Lord made sure that I will not release him, because he was in the prison house writing beautiful songs and singing. And the Lord was enjoying it. He said, if I release him, the songwriting will stop and I cannot enjoy it. Stay there. No, he was saying, no, Ram Navami is coming. I have to do. Arey, Romani Ram Navami is coming. I am enjoying the songs that you are singing. That is more important. Ram Navami, I am Ramachandra. This is better Ram Navami. He decided, this offering that you are getting, you go very busy making arrangement for this, that and all that, and you will never look at me. Now I put you in this position in the prison house. I can exclusively relate with you. You have nobody else. Right? So this is very enjoyable. Until Sita came and told, what are you doing with this person in the prison for so long? Then he said, I'm sorry. Now I'll release him. I'll release him now. And Sita came to know, this is what you're doing with your devotees, huh? You're enjoying them. You're enjoying them. Yeah. I enjoy my devotees. I enjoy this relationship with them. I savor it. I relish it very much. So sometimes devotees put into difficult material situations, but the Lord is enjoying. But the Lord is having a wonderful time. For that sake, Radharani is saying, if by me being miserable, Krishna becomes happy, let that misery become my happiness. I am willing to be in misery because it's giving pleasure to Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is quoting that shloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is saying, so in this way, Krishna is a dynamically amazing Supreme Personality. Not just an ordinary person. You're not having a relationship with just an ordinary person, and the regular stupid things they'll say. After some time you feel, I think I should go out for a change to somebody else. The material world, we have great expectations in all our relationships, but none of them are living up to that great expectations we have. It's always disappointing. It's always disappointing. But with Krishna, he's so dynamic. He will come out with so many ideas, different ways, that the relationship becomes ecstatic. That is why in the dead of the night, the gopis are tumbling, running head over heels when he blows the flute. That's it. Forget it. Mother, father, daughter, sister, I don't care for anybody. They just run to the forest. They just run to the forest. Why? It's a powerful experience. It's a powerful, full, complete experience. The soul feels complete 100%. 100%. That is the experience that Lord Chaitanya is offering. By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Very exalted. We are not just doing some ordinary thing. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he has given us the highest thing, which even Krishna relishes and admires. We should not take it lightly. It is exactly like that statement, Koranga Kaila Kurta Pumali. It is just like that. There is no better example for that. We don't understand the value of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. It takes time, but irrespective of whether you have value or not, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given. Somehow or the other, there is a good chance that you will make it. Prabhupada has taken that great step, a risk in one sense, and asked all of us to somehow or the other make good use of this offer in the human form of life to get pure love of Krishna, go back to Godhead. This is a reality. It will happen. It is meant to happen. Right? And don't think it is some fictitious story. It's supposed to happen. It is just that we need to mature into that level of understanding by devotional service, by purification, by association, by chanting the holy name. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki. Any question or comment? You may not get foam in your mouth. You may not be able to leap like Lord Jagannath and give Ashta Satvika Vikara, but you may get a little bit taste. I'm sure you do taste this in front of Lord Jagannath's chariot when you dance and chant to some extent. Everybody has an experience. It's blissful. It's nice. That's why you see so many people land up from somewhere. I said, where all these people came during the inauguration? They were not there. Ooh, so many people come and start dancing and chanting. People whom I have not met for 10 years and all surface up. Swamiji, you remember? All sorts of people come. And they surface there. They come during Rath Yatra every time. They all like it. They like that atmosphere, like that vibration. They see Jagannath on the chariot. They take some prasadam, they dance, and they watch so many people happily dancing and chanting. People on the top, they were all clapping their hand. All sorts of people. So many people watching. It's an experience. When Krishna comes outside, when Lord Jagannath comes outside, it's not an ordinary event. So definitely there's an experience. We are not yet qualified fully to get the full experience that Lord Chaitanya showed. But he's showing it that you can reach to this level of experience. You may be in LKG still. Slowly you can become PhD over a period of time. But you have to work towards it. The human mind is always thinking, is there any shortcut? Can I bribe somebody? Can I take a shorter route? This is the shortest route already shown to us by Lord Chaitanya, and by Prabhupada has crafted it and said this is the route. Chant 16 rounds a day, follow the sadhana nicely, associate with devotees, keep a positive view, and you will achieve love of God. Gradually it happens. Any other question or comment?
You told Jagannath will be excited for seeing Vrindavan versus once again during Radha Yatra. So, does that mean we also become temporary Vrindavan versus during the Radha Yatra?
Yeah, in mood, in bhava. You have the opportunity to render the service, to draw the chariot of Lord Jagannath, who is in the mood of going to Vrindavan. You're taking him to Vrindavan by drawing the chariot. That's what all the gopis and the Vrindavan Vasis did in Kurukshetra and took Krishna to Vrindavan. So you have that opportunity. That is the bhava. That is the mood. So you can take part in that mood. Yes, very true. The Jagannath Rath Yatra is a pastime. It's a deity's pastime. And you're taking part in it because he's allowing you to. He's allowing you to. Many people, like I told you, chappal gets lost, they cannot take part in it. They are kept out by just one small program, one small thing, loses chappal. He will automatically be out of it because you're not qualified. You may be offensive, you may be this, you may be that. So many people are watching, some people are watching like this. He won't open his mouth. Some people are walking also like that, looking at me. I said, chant. Give me another tough look. I was telling somebody, give him some prasadam. Looking at me toughly, what the hell are you people doing here? Life is so serious. So many problems. The economy is down. There is a cyclone in this place. There is Ukraine war. And you are dancing and chanting, eh? That type of look. What can I do if there is war in Ukraine and there is cyclone? That doesn't mean I should not worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why are you taking it so seriously? Anyway, you're going to die. Why don't you in the meantime chant Hare Krishna and pull the Radham? You won't? So see, that attitude of thinking that, what the hell are you people doing? How dare you be happy? Life is serious. I have still got 3 daughters to get married and you're dancing. What I can do? That will always be there. Everybody has got some daughter, son to marry, some income tax fellow raiding you, some, Yamadutas waiting for you. It's part of life. Everybody's life. That doesn't mean that we should not take the offer of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Isn't it? Yeah. You should be determined to be happy in Krishna consciousness. Come what may, hell or high water. Even if the sky falls on your head, I will chant Hare Krishna and dance. Why not? It's the offer given by Lord Chaitanya. Why will I not use it? Foolish not to use it. The world will go on the way it's supposed to go on anyway. Okay? Any other comment or question? Om Tat Sat. Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki.